Hey, honey, I'm heading out for a bit. Might be home late. I'll text you once I'm back, okay? Love you.
Hey.
Caljusa, can I ask you something a little heavy?
Of course. What's on your mind?
Have you ever felt like you're moving through life but going nowhere? Like, no matter how hard you try, it still feels like you're falling?
Some nights I just feel like I'm drowning inside my own silence.
Yeah, I've felt that way before. But you're just tired. And it's okay to be tired. Hey, honey. How's your day? Is everything all right?
Yeah, just finished up here. I don't know how to say it, but it feels like I'm fading.
You're not alone in this. I'm with you. Okay.
Just promise me if I lose myself, you'll hold on for me.
I promise. I'll carry you if I have to. You're not going through this alone.
Now get some rest. I'll call you in the morning.
Okay, good night. Talk soon. Love you.
Who's coming in the driveway?
Well, I was curious what you all thought about that video. Look okay? It was all fake. Totally AI. No people, no car, no houses, no streets. Not even sure those were real voices and instruments for the song. Totally made by a computer. Yes, Rachel said she had a nice tush. So, yes, okay, that's good. So we see where her head is at. So, no, that's what's happening. Eventually there'll be no actors, no actresses, no sets, maybe no voices. It's just everything's going to be made by a computer. And things will be easier. There'll be no need for stunt doubles and so forth. Everything could be done. This first started back, a long time ago. There was a movie called Tron. That was, they superimposed the real actors with artificial surroundings. It was a sci-fi about a guy stuck in a gaming computer. But since that time to now, it's been, I don't know, maybe 40 years since that came out. So they made great improvements. One improvement in AI that I like is for my wife. She's been getting some traffic violations lately. So I now subscribe to autopilot for the Tesla, and she is now the backup driver. And it drives better than her. And we took it down the Ortega Highway on the Elsinore side. It drove the curvy part better than I could. Yeah, well worth, I think it's $99 a month to subscribe. So AI is everywhere, everywhere. Surgery is performed by AI. It can adapt to different surroundings better than a live human surgeon. When a person is opened up, not everybody looks exactly the same inside, and doctors have to identify veins and arteries and so forth, and they're all in little different places, and the computer can see that and perform faster than a human. Probably my knees were replaced with the help of a computer. And eventually they'll be walking and talking, and that's what I think scares a lot of people. Back, more than 50 years ago, there was a college professor in Boston. He wrote science and science fiction books, and I started reading them more than 50 years ago. His name was Isaac Asimov, and he wrote the story I, Robot, which was made into a movie that Will Smith played in. And it was based pretty close on the book, but Isaac Asimov, in all of his wisdom, came up with 3 rules that robots must be programmed to follow. And if this is true, then we probably have nothing to worry about. The first law he wrote was, a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Rule number 2, a robot must obey orders given to it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. The third one is, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. If they follow those, I think we're all set. And we'll have to wait and see. Boston Dynamics has robots now that get up and walk around. They can do somersaults and spins and jumps and everything. And they're all self-contained, their internal batteries and everything. And when they get low on juice, they go plug themselves in. And if you ever look up Boston Dynamics on YouTube, you can see they started with the robots many years ago, I think about 10 years ago, and now they're up to, they have joints, they can be walking forward and all of a sudden walking backwards by rotating their legs and stuff. It's very interesting. So that's about as far as I'm going to go on AI. Now we're going to get to other parts of science. When I was a child, I was raised Catholic, and I read the Bible and all that. And being interested in science and technology at that time, I tried to make a connection between what I learned about the Bible and what I learned in school and reading on my own. And I came up with some compromises. It appears that in a lot of these physicists and chemists and everybody's formulas, you've seen the chalkboard with all these different symbols and everything. And many of these formulas include the speed of light. Even Einstein's theory, E equals mc squared. That's energy in joules equals mass in grams times the velocity of light times the velocity of light. Velocity of light is 300,000 kilometers per hour times 300,000 kilometers per hour times 1 gram of matter will equal that many joules. So that means 1 little gram of matter could power a country for hours. It's so much more powerful than anything else ever. And with all these formulas, using the speed of light in their computations, I had a thought. In the Bible, in Genesis, I said, God did this and God did that, and then God said, let there be light, which to me was, let the universe exist. That's how I connected it. Continuing on with Genesis, Adam and Eve, first people on earth, right? And, they did wrong, and they had 2 children, and Cain slew Abel. That meant there was only 1 child left in the world. And then I thought to myself, you know what? Darwin talked about evolution and everything, so maybe Adam and Eve were the first humans evolved enough to know right from wrong. And that they weren't truly the first people, they were just the first ones to know right from wrong. Again, that's what I did when I was a child, saying, okay, that makes sense. That was my thought. And then I'm all done with the Bible. Now, GMO foods. Oh, everybody's scared of that. They've been GMOing foods for many, many years. I mean, cauliflower and broccoli came from the same plant. Somehow they separate into 2 plants. One's white, one's green. Is one better than the other? What was the original plant? I don't know. And peaches and plums and nectarines, they've all been modified by crossbreeding and so forth. We seem to eat them without any trouble. So I'm not sure about that. And Purdue chicken, remember Frank Purdue? He had these commercials a few years ago. I remember my father saying, look at that guy, he even looks like a chicken. He bred chickens with bigger breasts because breast meat was more popular than dark meat. And I really think now today, everybody, all the chicken producers are producing these chickens with bigger breasts. So is that good? I don't know, we're still alive. If we need to feed, at that last time I spoke, I said 6 billion people. Well, now I realize I was wrong. It's 8 billion people in the world. And somebody else says we've missed a few people that live in rural areas, and there might be 10 billion people in the world. That's 30 billion meals a day, which of course we know not everybody eats 3 meals a day. The only way to feed this is we need, maybe hormones will produce enough food. Maybe GMO will produce enough food. Is it healthy? Is it good? I don't know, but it's better than starving. I don't know, we'll see. Now, who can tell me what animal has killed more people than any other animal in the whole world. That's true, but I wasn't thinking that. It's not a lion or a tiger or a shark. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes carry so much disease that they kill approximately 700,000 people a year worldwide. So we need to control mosquitoes. That means we need to use insecticides. Is that good for us? Well, no, but staying alive is good for us. Now, there's a lot of checks and balances here. All right, we'll go on to the next one. Immigration. 400 years ago, the Pilgrims came here. They were undocumented. They were illegal. The local people, indigenous people, welcomed them, helped them through the first winter. The reason they came here is they didn't like the government where they were before. Isn't that what we have today? So, I don't know. Back many years ago, and this was not publicized, I don't remember ever hearing about this, there were over 300,000 people deported. Almost all of them were non-criminal. None of them had any legal representation. There was 313,000 people deported, and that was in the second term of Obama. I don't remember hearing about that. It wasn't advertised, it wasn't on the news. People never, as far as I can remember, people didn't object to it. There was no protesting back then. So what is it now? Is the media better? They're giving us more information, giving us more time, and more ideas, and so forth. I don't know. But it's kind of scary to me that people are being taken away, and also scary that people are objecting to that with violence as well. I don't like violence either way. So, I don't know. I joke, I says, when I get angry with my wife, I says, anybody have the number for ICE? I think that's enough on that subject. Now, there is one thing. Oh, I got to go back to the food. There is a food yes, there's a way to preserve food. If it's 100% sealed, you can run it through a tunnel of radioactive material. Cobalt-60 is what's used. And it takes several hours for it to zigzag through this tunnel of radioactive material. When it comes out the other end, it's completely sterile and will last for years without refrigeration. Europeans have been doing this, in particular with milk, for decades. You can buy milk and it stays, you can lay it on the shelf, not in the refrigerator, just on the shelf without anything for several years. You can actually buy a half a gallon of this milk at Dollar Tree. They have 3 different kinds. They have 2%, they have whole milk, and it's $1.25 for a half gallon. And you can just put it on the shelf and come back a few months and then put it in the refrigerator or drink it like that. And there's no ill effects. Radiation is not retained when it goes through this field, shall we say. It's just preserved. So maybe that's a way to hold so we don't throw so much food away. I don't know. I can't see any reason. All of these things are a compromise. Do you want to starve? Or do you want to maybe have something that might be a little dangerous? I'd rather have something a little dangerous because starving is, permanent. It's the end. So, about 4.5 billion years ago, the Earth was formed, and the Earth was bombarded by meteors, and there was volcanoes everywhere, and the greenhouse gases, and several mass extinctions from natural environmental things from space, things of the Earth opening up and allowing gases to come out. So with all of that, the Earth still exists. Now, we've had 250 years of human industrialization. Is that going to wipe us out? Nothing wiped us out over the last 4.5 billion years. So do we really have to worry? Well, maybe. The carbon dioxide content of the Earth back before industrialization was 280 parts per million. And from the 250 years ago till now, it's increased to 425. That's a 50% increase, which can be attributed only to us. if a human being sits at rest compared to a human being jogging a mile, the human being jogging a mile will give off about 6 grams of carbon dioxide. So if everybody rested, we'd all save that much. Well, we're not going to do that. But a car will give out approximately, a car traveling 1 mile will give out 60 times the amount of carbon dioxide as a person running. Now, if you could put 60 people in a car, then you'd break even. That isn't going to happen. A car weighs about 15 times as much as a person, but gives off 60 times the amount of carbon dioxide. So walking, jogging is better than taking your car, unless you can really improve the efficiency of vehicles. Now, when it comes to California Electric, 42% of the electricity produced in California is fossil fuels, mostly natural gas. The remaining 56, 57, page 2. The remainder of it is a little nuclear, a lot of hydro, a little bit of geothermal, and solar and wind. But again, nearly half of our energy for electricity comes from fossil fuels. Now, fossil fuels, that may not be true. Fossils have only been found to a depth of about 1,600 feet. No fossils have been found below that depth, although petroleum and natural gas and such is found even more than twice that depth. So if there were no fossils down there, where did it actually come from? Is it produced in the earth? I mean, coal is known to be fossil, but is oil? I don't know. These are just some of the things I've been thinking about since last year when I stood up here. I'm not here to answer any questions. I'm just here to ask questions. What do you all think? Any questions? Any answers? Think about it, get back to me. If you come back to me and give me questions or answers, I'll compile them and I'll come back here and talk again.